This is the Deeper Roots podcast. We're four hosts talking about a range of topics from life to godliness. You guys know. I feel like everybody, like, okay, here's my thought and my dream is that when I'm giving these talks, somebody's in their car or like on the treadmill and they say it with me because they know it by now,
It's
you know?
the same.
Like when I listen to the Breakfast Club,
Yeah.
I would quote it with them.
Yeah.
DJ Envy and Felicia, man, to God, we are the Breakfast Club. Like I would say it with them because it was like a whole thing. Maybe I'm just having a moment right now. Appreciate y'all for y'all saying it with me. Today's pod is without its holiness. Pastor Jason is not here today.
Pastor Jason is not here.
We'll be a little unhinged, but we still gonna get to some deeper roots at some point in this podcast.
Yeah, the last time he was here, we did not.
We did not touch it.
So we'll try.
We'll see what happens. But first, we want to thank you guys for listening and for you guys for watching on YouTube and commenting down below. We really appreciate that. We actually got a comment from Our Day. Shout out Our Day. He said, this, speaking on the podcast where we talked about, do I need to believe in the Trinity to be a Christian? Which is our most viewed YouTube video to date.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Great conversation, boys. He says, this was good. I'm not a pastor, but every time he says, but pastor, I want to jump in and answer so bad. Good job, you guys. That's one of my favorite quotes of the pod. But pastor.
Yeah.
Pastor Jason always kind of rolls his eyes a little bit.
Well, whenever we put out our merch, that'll be one of the.
Pastor. So we appreciate you guys for tuning in and listening. If you are listening only on via audio on the podcast, you can message in, click into the episode, hit the send a text button, send us a text message. That way is anonymous. Now, if you comment on YouTube, and we'll call you out, kind of know exactly who you are. But if you do it through the fan mail, you can give us some anonymous takes, anonymous questions, or anonymous testimonies or life stories. We want to hear from you. Now, jumping into this episode, a lot has happened in the world since we haven't been back. Not gonna lie, forgive me, y'all. I did miss an episode upload. I completely lost the file. It was destroyed and it was absolutely gone. So we skipped an episode. So I apologize for that one. I don't even remember what we talked about.
That's literally what I was sitting here thinking. Like, well, I wonder what episode
Forgot.
that was. And you told us, but I still forgot.
And I forgot what
It was the best one. No,
Probably was. It probably was. That was the episode that was going to give us the Netflix deal, and I lost it.
That's all right. That's all right. We don't believe in momentum as children of God.
Ooh.
No.
Pastor Jason would said on Sunday.
There you go. But speaking of losing it, New York, y'all are losing it. Y'all losing a plot. I'm not talking about the game. I'm not talking about what's happening in the garden. I'm talking about what's happening outside the garden.
Yeah.
Buddy,
Crazy.
it's the Wild Wild West on 7th Avenue right now.
Crazy.
Not only are they just tearing up the landscape, tearing down poles, but if they see you in a black and silver jersey, my guy, you are marked.
Yeah.
Target practice.
Yeah.
I don't think it's right. I think as a fan, you should be able to go to the sports arena with your family, wear whatever you want to wear, and walk out unscathed.
Yeah. Here's exactly how that should go.
Talk about it.
Hey, hey, Spurs fan, you suck. Take off that jersey.
Yeah.
No, you suck. All right, we'll get you next game. Like that's
Right. That's it.
yeah.
Buddy,
It's-
do you know how strong you got to be to rip a jersey off a man? Them jerseys ain't. They durable, especially if you get yourself some high quality jersey material.
oh yeah,
And you rip my jersey off my body, first of all, buddy, you can have it.
yeah,
All right. If you strong enough to rip a jersey off my back, you can have it.
yeah. I mean, I'm a principled guy. I'm a man. But if I got 100 people following me, you can have the jersey.
I'm taking it off.
I'll
Here.
take that L.
$150 gone, but I'm okay. I got my life.
Yeah, it's
Crazy.
It's wild. It's crazy. At first, my thought was that maybe like was. So I was upset. Like, hey, these Knicks fans are crazy. But now after after the last game, they won, and the same thing happened. So I don't even know if these guys are really Knicks fans.
They can't be.
They're just looking
For an excuse.
To be crazy,
Violent.
and I mean, I seen a video this morning of them raiding, I think, a Five Guys.
Yeah, they ran into the Five Guys and just shut it down.
Yeah, it was like 2 young black guys working.
Yeah.
And then they just ran. They were like slamming chairs on the guy. He got blood coming out of his mouth just for no reason.
Yeah. I also think, too, that possibly...
He didn't even have a Spurs jersey.
He didn't. He was just at work.
Yeah.
And I think, too, because there's so many people concentrated in one spot, any crime that happens that's apart from the actual game or fans, it just gets lumped in.
Yeah.
Because it's the same night. So it's I don't know, man. Praying for safety out there. And then also too, whoever threw that egg at Wembanyama needs to get an NFL contract. I'm not gonna lie. That was perfect aim. Back of the head with an egg. You know how hard it is to throw an egg accurately?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's tough. Get that man a contract.
I once got kicked out of Walmart for throwing eggs.
Well, that needs an explanation. You're gonna have to tell that story.
Okay. Well, when I was a teenager, me and a couple of my friends, we were bored. Mm-hmm. Back in the day, you didn't have as many things to do. So, we went to Walmart, and one of us had the idea of going and grabbing a carton of eggs, and we went back to the back of the shoe section where it was a little hidden, where nobody was at. Probably 8:00 at night, if I had to guess.
Okay.
And we just started launching eggs. I think the first one I threw, I just remember him like, "Hey!" Like, what? And we were just launching eggs, and eventually the manager, and
kicked out, banned for life.
Okay, yeah.
That's hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Supposedly, I've been banned from all Walmarts.
But God. Hey, he will restore.
Yes, he will.
Everything back to you. Speaking of restoration, I don't have a segue for this one. This one's kind of crazy.
Wait, you just gonna skip over the game completely though?
Oh, talk about it.
No, I mean I'm just asking.
The actual game.
The actual game. Like, I mean, I know you want to talk about the streets and what's going on, but
okay, I got it. Here we go. Speaking of restoration.
Oh yeah,
that's why I thought it was going.
But come back.
Yeah.
Down 29.
Yeah.
You climb the ladder and come back, and then OG Anunoby,
bro,
should be able to eat anywhere in New York for free for life.
OG, I get Brunson was a huge part, but
MVP. OG's MVP.
Yeah. I mean, the way he played, first of all, I mean, going through, it seemed like he was the one. After they had momentum, it felt like Brunson kind of started taking over. Mm-hmm. But without momentum, OG was still...
He's still putting up great numbers.
Yeah.
Doing what needs to be done. Even with the sometimes Brunson goes into like a just brick city.
Yeah.
And then other times it's the most creative layup packages I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. You're like, there's no way he's going to make that. He made a couple of those down the stretch that I'm like, was he even looking at the goal?
I think he just throwing it up there, bro. Hoping it go in.
And but that tip,
buddy.
I mean,
the timing.
But I just knew, I was like, this game, and unfortunately, I made a post on my story.
You did.
About how much I was enjoying a 30-point blowout.
Yep.
And none of the Knicks fans had nothing to say till the game was over. They went back and found my story.
Aged like milk.
Yeah. Bro, who comes back from 30?
Facts. That is crazy.
That was crazy.
Now,
I did say I was enjoying it because I had to clear myself up with one of the guys. I said, hey, this is not about the game. I've been pulling for the Knicks, all right? This is not about the game. It's about how they were acting.
Yeah.
But
Now, of all the violence that's happening inside and outside the garden, I do not condone violence towards any one person individually.
yeah.
If I did condone such actions, De'Aaron Fox got to catch these hands.
Okay. Hear me out.
Oh, gosh.
Hear me out.
Talk about it.
I don't think people are saying that that's kind of like J.R. Smith years ago.
Worse.
It's not worse.
It's worse.
It's not. How is it worse?
He
J.R.
is-
Smith was wide open under the bucket, and he had a brain lapse. Fox, first of all, he's one of the fastest people in the league.
Facts.
He seemingly had a wide open lane up by one.
But OG and Anunoby.
Yeah.
But he had
I
time
have no
to just
problem.
run it
Thank
out.
you.
He could have just
Thank
ran
you.
out the time.
Thank you.
Okay, but here's what happens if they run out the clock. What was it, maybe 15, 20 seconds on the clock?
Possibly.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
It was less. It was enough for him to be able to end the game or get fouled.
He would have got fouled.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's a 1 point game. At best, it's a 3-point game. They still get the ball back. But he just makes this wide open layup.
It's still 3-point game. They still get the ball back.
Yeah.
Probably
But-
with more time.
But I feel like you have a better chance at making that layup than you do. I don't know.
Buddy, the right thing to do.
I'm trying.
I know you trying. You're trying so hard. The right thing to do was to
The right thing to do
dribble it
was
out.
to act like you were going for a layup and then go down to the corner and then get trapped and have the ball stolen from you.
Nah.
or get fouled.
No, I'm just kidding.
Because, I mean, he even said he thought he could outrun OG.
Yeah,
So if you think you
yeah.
could outrun OG, play keep away
Yeah.
at that point in time. But
Yeah.
this is me
No,
sitting at home, not in the NBA, watching a game that I could actually go back and look at hindsight. The pressure's not on me. The lights aren't on me. It's not my first time in the finals of this tremendous facing a team that just came back from 29 down, and now I'm trying to keep this 1 point lead. So it's easy for me to say that I would have, but at the same time, for a moment, I did think, now if he was wide open, which I guess that's what he thought he was going to be, I probably would have went for the layup.
Yeah.
But I get what he's saying. Like, either way, it's a 3-point difference. If I hit the layup, they got to hit a 3 now versus, like you said, the pressure of me maybe missing the free throws. But, you know, that's what you do as a professional.
Yeah.
Either way, you should be comfortable. But
De'Aaron Fox has been in the league for 10 years.
he's 28, the oldest. He should be the vet on the
He's
team.
a vet. No excuses.
Let's keep it a buck, though. They should have never been in that position anyway.
They
were up 29 freaking points.
I won't allow us to blame the entire game on him.
No.
Because they were up 29.
Facts.
And I mean, honestly, I think this is the biggest loss on the coach.
The coach.
Yes, I mean, you're down. First of all, I felt like there was a lot of times he should have called a timeout. He didn't.
Right.
I feel like there was like when they're on these big runs and he's not calling timeouts.
Stop the run.
And then also like they didn't slow the game down. They was taking shots very early in the shot clock. It's like when you're up, bro, you need to take your time, slow the game down. You got the biggest guy in the league. First of all, I had this conversation before the game. Why, bro, I know he's got perimeter skills. Get that big man under the goal and throw it to him.
Yeah.
Like, bro, people did that since Namesmith made up the game of basketball. You take the biggest guy,
Put him under the basket.
and you put him under the basket. For one, if he was under the basket and not trying to guard Jalen Brunson on the perimeter, he would have got that rebound and not OG.
You know, and I still blame De'Aaron Fox for that. Here's why. Wemby did not need a double team from De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox left OG Anunoby free at the 3-point line.
Yeah.
When Brunson missed it, OG had a clear path to the basket because he left your mans.
Yeah. Yeah.
Still blame De'Aaron Fox.
So, the thing they teach you in basketball is when a shot goes up, find a body.
Yeah.
Nobody found a body.
Nope.
They all just jumped and went for the ball, which I get. They're young. I mean, Harper's 19?
Yeah. Rookie.
I get it. I mean, Wemby could have hit 2 free throws earlier in the game. Same scenario.
Yeah.
I can't really blame this on Castle because he did hit his free throws. But if he had been able to hit the layup before the free throw, could be a different story. If Cat doesn't put his finger on the ball on the very last tip play, it could be a very different story. But at the end of the day, they shouldn't have blown it. I do agree coaching should have stepped in way earlier. Harrison Barnes wasn't even on the floor in that 20-point comeback or that 20-some point run. I feel like that his experience of being in the championship, he could at least slow them down to settle down. Because, listen, we're talking about one shot.
You need experience in that time. Dude, like with the lights on, you don't have no momentum at all. Like, they went cold. But they were still jacking up threes nonstop. It's like, I get that that's today's basketball. But, bro, go to the hoop and either get fouled or make a close range shot.
Yeah.
And slow the game down. When you don't have no momentum, you got to slow it down.
Yes.
And they refused to do it.
They did. We'll see what happens tonight.
Is it tonight?
Tomorrow. They get a little rest. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Side note, the Hurricanes are up in the series right now. That's really exciting. Yeah. The World Cup has started this week. That's also exciting. It's also fun to see people who have never been in America before experience America. And they're like, Taco Bell is the greatest thing to have in human history. Because they've never been to a Taco Bell, to a Five Guys. That's pretty cool. But thinking about slowing things down. This week, history has been made for humanity. For the first time ever in human history, one man has a bank account that has $1 trillion in it. Shout out Elon Musk, the world's first trillion. Do you know if he were to spend $1 million every single day, just spending, not gaining, just spending, it would take him 3,031 years to go broke.
Well, he is probably spending way more than that every day with the businesses he runs. But he's probably not going to run out.
Never.
Not to correct anything you said, but he doesn't have $1 trillion in his bank account.
That's what I was going to ask.
He's worth
$1 trillion.
The companies he owns is worth.
Assets, total.
Yeah. Now, he owns several very large.
Huge. I mean, he might be the greatest businessman of all time.
We got to say he is.
He has to be.
He's also, he's also a weird genius.
He's weird. He's weirdly built in general.
He's the guy. People get upset at this, but if you want some type of person to have a lot of money, he's the type of person you want to have a lot of money because he's doing stuff.
He is. That's true. That's true.
You want us to get to Mars?
Sure.
You want to build underground railroads,
tunnels? Got you.
Yeah. You want what? Like I feel like he might end up, or he'll do things like sell $1,000 flamethrowers online. Like he did like a decade ago. Like cool stuff. It's like this is the guy.
Yeah.
Look, because if you gave us $1 trillion,
the world would be.
We're not doing what Elon Musk is going to do with it.
I'm glad you said that because now I have a question.
Talk about it.
Do you feel that God operates the same way when it comes to viewing his people about how he would distribute who should be wealthy and who should not be wealthy? Because you made a very good point about with the money and doing something with it.
Yeah.
And doing something that's not just, because notice the things you said, it's like they ask him, it's like, okay, let's do it. Yeah. Versus it's all about me, but how can I actually be a better planter, a better, and I ain't even gonna say that you're a resource.
Yeah.
A guy to use resource. I will be the ink pen in the writer's hand. Yeah. It'll just be through the form of finances. Do you think that is a hindrance? And I'm just asking thoughts. Do you think that is a hindrance, a person's mentality? And should a Christian, because I don't know Elon Musk's background, but I don't really think he's claimed to be a Christian by any means. But do you think that a Christian should be a trillionaire and able to distribute the funds?
Should a Christian be a trillionaire?
Should he be?
And I'm not just saying like he doesn't have to be, but I'm just saying in the aspect of the way the world moves, yes, God has the ability to go beyond finances, right? And favor and everything else and open doors. But at the same time, we still do operate off the currency of finances for certain things, and to be able to help more of the homeless, to be able to help families in the church, because really church should be helping the families. I think it's gotten a little twisted over time, and people want to actually get more money from the people than they give to the people. But not every church. This is just me talking in general. But I was just curious because he is the first one, right? Like you just said, he's the first trillionaire ever. Yeah. And I know it's assets as well, but to see a Christian in that place, do you ever think that God may do that, or have we been that selfish that he has kept the funds from us? Or could it be he just doesn't want that to be the resource that he operates through? I know I've said a lot.
Can't speak for God. Can't speak for God. I do know that there are people who are Christians that are wealthy. I can't say that was, my Christianity is a little different. All right. I'm not going to say because you're a Christian and you're rich, God wanted you to be rich. I think that's just a byproduct of the wisdom that God has given you. And perhaps you're a Christian and you just so happen to be a trillionaire. I look in the Bible, Abraham, stupid rich. Isaac, stupid rich. Jacob, stupid rich. Job, Solomon, David. These dudes was rich. Yeah. Am I going to say God is the one that decided I'm going to make this one person rich? I don't know. I'm not God. I can't talk about that.
Also, you don't want to block the blessing in case he's planning
in case
on
he's planning on making it me. I'm not
gonna say what God won't do.
Yeah, you know. Hey, if he wants to be the guy to give me the golden armor, I'll wear it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. In all seriousness, I don't know the answer to your question.
Yeah, it's just a view standpoint, not necessarily God. Just thinking as Christians to not have risen to that point. I mean, I know we do have wealthy Christians, but Solomon, he didn't want wealth though. He asked for wisdom, and God did make him rich because of that.
Right.
And I just, when y'all said that, and it just hit something when you were like, how he's doing something with it. And I was like, that's an interesting fact that he's become a trillionaire. I wonder if a Christian person, if God would back that. And not saying that we know for sure from God, but just out of curiosity.
I mean, I would assume, again, like Isaiah said, I don't want to speak for God. I'm sure it's a case by case thing, because ultimately he's trying to make us Christ-like. But also we are called to help people. It's really hard to help people when you're broke.
Yep.
You can, Peter and the boys said, silver and gold I don't have, but such I have. I mean, we still have something to offer, whether we have money or don't have money. But I have a feeling, we say, be faithful over the small things, I'll make you rulers of many.
Yes.
Like, there's those type of verses that's like, okay, well, I have a feeling that how we steward what we have may, in a lot of cases, have something to do with how much we are given. But I don't think like it's a direct correlation. Like, I feel like the prosperity gospel made it sound like, okay, well, as long as you sow a seed, then you'll reap it the same way.
Right.
Or as long as you do the right thing, then God's going to give you money and make you wealthy. I don't think it's a direct formula of I give and God gives me back 100-fold every time in cash.
Yes.
I feel like there are different types of blessings that God can give you that don't include money. But also, I do think that there are probably times where you're faithful over your money and you're helpful to people and you have your hand open in giving, and God continues to refill your cup as you pour out. I think that's true too. And I mean, like, I heard some people say, like, if you get money, you should just give it all away. I was watching that interview with what was his name? Joby Martin,
Joe Martin, yep.
and they was like, okay, well, he spent millions of dollars building a facility and hiring staff and whatever, and why didn't you just give all that to the poor? And he's like, so you can only do that once, and then you don't have no more money. But if you create systems, then you can give time and time again. He's like, now we're able to sponsor this for $4 million every year. We're able to give to this particular ministry, and you were able to give this much to that person because we were able to build
The
systems
ecosystem.
and be able to be a blessing to people time after time. So I think sometimes when people say, oh, you should just immediately give it all away, sometimes I think
Flawed.
that could be short-sighted. you know?
No, I agree with you. It is flawed. And I don't think being rich means you're with God or without God. And I don't think being poor means you're with God or without God.
Agree.
You know what I mean? Because if you want to talk about John the Baptist, extremely important. Man was eating locusts.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Adam had everything, and he lost it. Job had everything, lost it, and got it back.
Yeah.
You know, Abraham was able to create the greatest nepotism of the biblical world, right? Well, then Paul was like, you know what? I don't want to accept anything from anybody. I just want to preach the gospel. So I don't think, like to your point of a formula or a recipe of if you do these 6 biblical principles, you will get money. That to me is a dangerous type of gospel.
Dangerous.
Because now you're creating a formula, and now the formula becomes your God and not Yahweh.
Yeah. You know, Paul said, I learned how to have much and have little. You know, it's like, it's not the point is to have or not have a bunch of money.
Right.
Because I do believe, I think that wisdom, knowledge, like there's certain things that can put you in certain spheres. But ultimately, I do believe the Lord gives and the Lord takes away.
Facts.
You know, I think there's, I'm not sure how all those things work together. You know, like of course, it's like, because there's been times where it's like, I know I'm qualified to get this job or to do this thing, but it just seemed like it's not working out. What is that? You know?
Yeah.
And then it's like, for some people, it seems like everything works out and maybe they don't know as much as you.
Yep.
You know? So it's like, well, what is that? And I just have to trust that God is, he's either causing it to happen, he knew it was going to happen, or either way, he's got plans to work all this for my good.
I think the thing to think about is like when he said, my plans for you are good.
Yeah.
But then he's also a sovereign God.
Yeah.
So you're sovereign enough to make plans for me that are good and not make it look like anybody else's journey. Therefore, I can't judge myself on Chris's life because that's not mine. My own plans that he has for me are for me and they are good. They're not going to look like Chris if he gets $1 trillion. Therefore, I can't say you're more blessed than I am because that might be your plan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then also, too, God ain't the only one that gives riches.
You're right. You're right. What did he tempt Jesus with?
Riches. You feel me? And
said,
so
I give you all the earth, all this
everything.
this kingdom.
Brought him to the top of the mountain, showed him everything. He said, I give it all to you. And I think the devil actually has the power to do that.
Yeah.
So he's not the only one giving riches and blessings out here. So I think it matters who and where it comes from.
And agree with everything y'all have said. Because I was just sitting here thinking, I brought it up just for the simple fact that a lot of people, Christians, get caught up in money and finances and prosperity preaching and stuff like that. And just thinking about someone being a trillionaire and not being a Christian, really, I almost feel like God wouldn't do that. And I can't speak for him. I'm just thinking on the situation personally, but because I feel like it would rob him of his testimony. People would feel like if you're the richest person in the world, then you can solve anything and you really couldn't put God in it at all. Like, even though you would say, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. But now they're like, but you can pay for everything. Like it doesn't require much faith when you can buy any and everything based off the way we view the world versus, yes, some people are wealthy, but it's still a limit to them and it's a cap to them that there's things that they would need God to move forward. And of course, money doesn't buy health and things like that. But it seems like I know in our church, because it's become so common, but you don't hear a lot of people with miracles of healing and stuff like that. You hear about how they were able to afford to go out of the country to find this doctor that's supposed to be best in the world, or their finances was able to provide them a cure that they could buy from somebody that other people couldn't buy. But if you eliminate that ability, now it's all, well, how can you explain that? It robs the world of a testimony to say the money did it versus God being able to do it. Because really, I don't think it's never about the money. It's always about your heart and your heart posture. So whether you're rich or broke, if your heart is correct, you're still going to serve God and always try to find him. But it will produce. I just was making the connection to doing something. Like even people that are wealthy sometimes still don't do nothing unless it's for themselves.
Yeah, and I think
the kingdom.
to follow that, I think some people demonize the young rich ruler.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, well, that was just his thing.
Yeah.
Because David was a young, rich ruler.
Yeah.
Are we going to say he was bad because he was young, rich, and he ruled some stuff? You know what I mean? Is his testimony, are we going to demonize him?
Yeah.
Are we going to demonize Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob? Are we going to demonize Job and everybody else?
It's like they're not evil because they're rich, but I do think it makes it harder to depend on God when you are rich.
Yeah.
What did Jesus say? It's easier for a camel to fit through the eye of a needle than a rich person to enter the kingdom.
Yes.
So it's like, I do feel like sometimes, like one of you just said, it can be, I think, from another place, because a lot of times we're closer to God in the valley than we are on the mountaintop.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that just seems to be the case. We get closer to God when we're dependent on him.
Yeah.
And sometimes when things are going well, we just feel like it's because of us. I'm smart. I got a formula. Even you see some of these rich Christian entrepreneurs, it's like the way they put it out there is like, I got the system. And if you follow my system, then the same thing's going to happen for you. Yeah. And I've paid for those masterminds before. Same. and most of the time it's baloney. But it's like, hey, I don't know.
Because I even think about Joshua when he says, meditate on my word day and night, and then you will make your way prosperous, and then you'll have good success. Yeah. Yep. There ain't no money in that talk about the prosperity or being successful. And so we're focusing on the wrong thing. And I even think when it's funny because if you're distracted when you don't have money, when you get the money, you're not going to be more focused on God. Even though people seem to think that, I can focus on. But if you don't have the money to do anything now, and you have all this time on your hands where you have to sit at the house and you have to sit your tail down somewhere and you're not looking for God in that moment, when you have the freedom to go and do whatever you want to, you're not going to be looking for God in those moments. And so just having the current base, but it, and it can flip vice versa. Because if you don't have it heart when you have the money, if it was all to be lost, it's less likely you will have the heart. Not saying that God wouldn't use that, or because he can use any situation and scenario, but typically a lot of people say, when you're rock bottom, it exposes who you are. But I think it exposes who you believe in. True. And then when you get everything, it exposes who you are.
And also, these ultra rich people, they don't seem like they have good family structure.
No.
You rich, and your richness has solved one issue and one issue only, and that is finances. You got that figured out. I want to talk to your wife and your kids.
No family time.
Those people that are preaching 16-hour day. 16, 18-hour days.
I want to ask your kids, do you feel like you have a relationship with your moms? Do you feel like you have a relationship with your dads? I want to talk to your friends. Do you have friends? Do you have anybody that can hold your emotions, that you can go to and talk with? Because a lot of these ultra rich people, they have to keep getting rich or keep what they already have, and that becomes their whole life.
Yeah, just how much more can I get?
Yeah, or how can I keep what I got?
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't know, man. I'd be looking.
And then the work becomes a cover up for the things that you're actually dealing with, and then because they got, like you said, they got family stuff going on at home. But I gotta work.
Yep.
I gotta work. You just keep covering it up, and that's why you see eventually some of them crack.
And I see that with people who are making $400,000 a year,
Yeah,
$500,000 a year, $200,000 a year. If you're making billions of dollars,
yeah.
you're not. What's happening in your actual spirit, man, during that time? Very few, and maybe it's just because they're the loudest, like the loudest, richest people are the ones that we see the most. Maybe there might be some very quiet billionaires that are living good lives, good relationships all the time. So I would love to hear from y'all a little bit more instead of these social media platforms and these tech giants. But I don't know. It doesn't look as attractive when you look past the money and look at the rest of their lives and how they're battling divorce courts. And Elon Musk got as much baby daddies as my little cousin. And it's like, what's going on in the family structure, buddy?
Yeah, he's got a lot of mothers out there.
Come on now. And I'm like, hey, something's off. You fixed only one issue.
So I feel like we should go ahead and plan
Talk about it.
what we're gonna do with the money when we sign our deal.
Oh, I already did that, y'all. You just get to it now. I did that before we sat down the first time. I got my plan already.
I think one thing that grounds me when it comes to like dreaming of big money is it going to make me more generous or more greedy?
Yeah,
And that's something I kind of battle with. Like, are the decisions I'm making with my imaginary $500 million football contract because I'm a star player on the Chiefs?
That was good. That was good.
That was good?
I appreciate you throwing that in there.
Does it make me more greedy or more generous? And that kind of levels out a lot of the stuff. Because, like, okay, I want to pay my bills, but for what? Because I want to buy more stuff?
Yeah, and I feel like, going back to what Chris said, I think that some of the times God doesn't give it to us yet is because we would not steward it well. But like I feel like I've been through a season where if I had got it then, I would have treated it differently than if I got it now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I would have bought a certain type of house and car and whatever that maybe now I would just, I'm not saying I would, you know what I'm saying? Depending on how much money we talk, we're going off percentages, you know what I mean?
No, real.
But, it's like there's different.
Yeah.
So I would steward it differently now than if I got it when I was 25.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Practically speaking, before I got married, I was not making that much money, and I was Lyft driving because I needed to make an extra $100, $200, $300 that week to buy groceries. Guys told me, the Holy Spirit really sat me down and was like, well, before you marry your wife, who is making a lot more money, I was just happy because I'm gonna have more money in my pocket. Now the two shall become one.
Hey,
and my pocket's a little thicker. You know what I mean? I was waiting on that elaboration. One bank account.
Sugar mama.
Thank you. Sugar me. Right? I was waiting on it. And then I was like, if I don't learn the lessons right now of budgeting, the basic principle of just knowing where my money goes, I'm going to marry her, and she is going to have a secret bank account somewhere because I'm squandering the money.
Yeah.
And now I done got more in my little measly tax bracket. Went up one, and I'm worse off because I never learned the lesson of stewarding my small mites. I buried it in the ground and didn't do anything with it.
Yeah.
And then I meet a wonderful woman, and I drive her insane because now she has to have a second bank account because Isaiah keeps ordering stuff off Amazon. And I was like, all right, Holy Spirit, do your work in me. And now, having done that work, I thank God that right now our financial conversations are seamless. Now, every now and then she do tell me, hey, stop buying all that candy.
Candy.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, brother.
You
Buy a
got
whole
candy?
lot of candy, bro.
You got a candy problem?
I got candy problems. All right. Lifesaver gummies collisions. I'm holding that company up by myself.
Wow.
Jeez.
All
You
right.
have to buy a lot of candy for
Right.
candy to be a problem.
A whole lot of candy. And I'm surprised you don't have a huge dentist bill the way you're saying that you
I
can get
was
all this
thinking,
candy.
look, I started looking at his teeth after he said it.
Anyway, this is the Bruce Podcast.
Yeah. Speaking of teeth,
Uh-oh. Oh, talk about it.
so I know y'all probably seen it on social media, but on
My
Sunday,
heart dropped.
bro, on Sunday we went. So it's the first pool day of the year. Dad got the pool clean at his house. And we're like, cool, we gonna go over there. It's hot, you know, we're gonna go get in the pool. Nolan's like, we're getting the kids ready. Nolan's like, can I go ahead and get in the pool? It's like, yeah, go get in the pool. You know, Nolan, for one, his head's above the water. He can walk in it. And two, he can swim.
Yep.
So like, yeah, go get in the water while we're getting the little ones ready, putting on their floaties and stuff. And so me and Navy are walking out. Nolan's in the water, hopping, you know, messing around, jumping around and stuff. And I'm getting Navy ready, putting some sunscreen on her. And she about to get in. And all of a sudden, I look at Nolan's like, she starts pointing out something's going on with Nolan. And Nolan he's not really saying nothing. I don't know if he's kind of freaking out or what, but he's just quiet and kind of holding his mouth. He started walking up the steps and spitting out blood. And I'm like, I think he maybe busted his lip or something on the side of the pool. And he looks up. And his whole front tooth is gone. And then the tooth beside it is chipped. I'm like, what? So I just grab a towel and I'm like, here, hold this. You know, my wife, she's been in dentistry for 15 years. And she's luckily was coming out of the house. And so I'm like, hey, what do we do? You know, and she's like, she looked at it. And the whole tooth was out. So she's like, find the tooth. So I go in the pool and I find, bro, a tooth. A whole tooth.
The whole
is
thing?
huge.
Yeah.
The whole tooth, the root and everything come out.
Wow.
That thing was huge. So I went, I found the tooth, and she like put it in some milk. We put that thing in some milk. She's calling a dentist she worked for before. And she's like, hey, I'll meet you over there at the dentist's office. And so we're like, all right, so we just hop straight in the car with Nolan, leave the other kids with my parents, and we go meet her at the dentist's office. And so they're like, hey, we can just put it back in if it's within a certain amount of time, and it should grow back properly.
Wow.
And so she goes to, first of all, Nolan's a G, because she was like, I'm gonna numb it, and well, he's not a G when it comes to needles, but she pulls out the needle and he almost knocked it out of her hand. He's like, no needles, and she's like, well, if we don't do needles, no, he said no needles, and he said just put it in, and she's like, are you sure you want to do that? And he's like, just put it back in. And I was like, Nolan, you need to get that numbing medicine because it's going to hurt. And he was like, I don't care. Just do it. So she's like, all right, we'll try. And Santana holds his hands. And I was holding his head still so that she could, she took that, I don't know how big that tooth is, and put it back in his gum, and then had to like push it extra hard so that, because it's shaped like a cone.
Yeah.
And she's shoving it and she's holding it, and he didn't make a word, but his body was trembling from just, I guess, the pain and pressure. And she's just like holding it so it's all the way in, and just holding his like whole gums were turning white, and he's just sitting, and he muscled through it.
Wow.
And she was able to get it back in and hold it in the right spot with no numbing medicine. I'm like, bro, I told him, I said, I would not have done it.
He's better than me.
He's better than me because, bro, that was one of the toughest things I've ever seen. Is it, bro, you not crying or nothing? Bro, I was about to cry.
Oh,
but yeah,
man.
so his tooth is back.
But what happened? Did he knock it on something?
I don't know. So apparently he hit it on the side of the pool.
He tripped and fell.
And I don't know. No, he was jumping up and down playing. I think maybe he didn't notice where he was at. And I don't know if the tooth just went a certain way and come out, or if it got kind of hooked in the side, because it's kind of like a net side. I don't know if it got pulled it out like that. I don't know how it happened. And he don't know either. He just know he hit the side of the pool and his tooth was gone.
Wow.
And it was
he must have hit that pool some kind of hard.
Right. But I finally got the chance to go Fast and Furious to the dentist
There
office.
you go.
I was running stoplights and I'm like, we got to make it so he can get that tooth back in.
Yeah.
I'm going, but yeah. So praise God, I know it sounds weird, but it all came out and we was able to put it back in.
Wow.
He had a follow-up dentist appointment. They said everything looks good. And with the chip tooth, I think they're just going to be able to do some filling and kind of make that look. That'll be something that he probably just gonna look like a hockey player.
Wow. Shout out Lil Nolan.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Trooper.
Man. And praise God, it worked out and it wasn't nothing worse.
I know. Gosh, that's
praying for full
scary.
recovery and everything,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Wow. What a way to end the episode.
Wait.
Oh,
I don't want to end it. I mean, I should have said mine first because that is a great story in the episode. But I couldn't go without shouting out the one that made me a girl dad, the oldest girl. How proud I am of her. She graduated on Wednesday, so I'm proud of her going to college. And I know I told y'all she had got like what $40K in her scholarship.
Yeah.
But I really was lying. I didn't really grasp at the time. I wasn't thinking. Because that's per year, so it's really over 100. Okay, just for that one alone. And then she's been getting scholarships since, and I didn't even know she gets a stipend per.
so at this point, she getting paid to go to school.
Yeah, she getting paid to go to school.
That's incredible.
And she worked
praise
really
God.
hard, so I had to continue giving her praise and how proud I am of her, especially in this day and age, to be that focused and everything. So love you, baby girl. Proud of you. I know your mom will play this for you because you don't watch our podcast. But again, proud of you and love you. So I had to put that out there.
Yeah, congratulations.
Congrats.
And her mom for the sacrifice, the time that she
you
put
go.
in, for being a great mom, for doing all that she's done for her. Could not go without acknowledging that as well. Now I'm done.
Much needed.
Amen.
Praise God for all that. We appreciate y'all for listening to the Deep Roots Podcast. Be sure to let us know what you think about the episode. We covered a lot. Is it okay to be rich and Christian? Message us if you got all your teeth in your mouth. We'll see y'all next week.
What?
I put two and two together that didn't need to go together.
Message us
If you got all your teeth in your mouth. We should have a lot of messages, I hope.
That cuts out a lot of people.
You think so?
You think so?
I don't have all the teeth in my mouth.
Really?
What? What you mean by
I
that?
don't have any missing teeth.
No.
No.
I have too many, actually. I got to get my wisdom teeth cut out.
No.
Two of them still, I don't think it popped.
Wait,
The
would
very
the,
back
the,
was
the
having
wisdom
broke.
count? Would the wisdom teeth count
Probably
as?
not.
Nah, because they're supposed to be gone, actually. They're supposed to take those.
Yeah.
I still got mine.